Yo, what's going on? It's Joe. Back here again with another one here on Joe Talks. And yeah, I'm not too happy, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm recording this the next day. I'm recording this the day of Sunday, whatever the date is. But I'm recording it Sunday after, Michigan took their first L to Oklahoma. And to be honest, it was a well-deserved losing, I'm gonna be honest. They came in, to Oklahoma. They got a really good head coach, a good defensive-minded head coach. They just got a different offensive coordinator over there too. Different quarterback. So Oklahoma looking different this season. And then Michigan, you know, Bryce. So like I'll say this, Bryce Underwood. I'll say this: the pressure got to him a little bit in the second half, but in the first half, he looked calm in the pocket. He looked calm, collective, everything. He did miss some throws. Some throws were high, some throws were low. Some like downfield shots were way overthrown. So it happens, but I mean, I really blame it on the play calling, man. Say y'all watch the Michigan game, and then for y'all Michigan fans like me, the play calling was trash this week. I don't know what it was. Like, I mean, you gotta when you have someone like him, honestly, this goes for any young quarterback, unless they're just throwing picks left and right. But I mean, let them throw the ball downfield. You were letting them throw the ball down the field last week against Mexico, New Mexico, whatever. Why'd you only let them throw the ball downfield a handful of times? Now that makes no sense to me. They came out in the first half running literally nothing but screen plays. They probably had one down the field pass in the first quarter, maybe even the first half, to my memory. They might have had two, but all the other ones were screen passes. Say it wasn't a handoff to Haynes or whatever his name is. So yeah, the play calling was trash, and then last vid, I was giving the play caller props. I'm like, hey, old Michigan football is back. But I don't know what happened this week. It just seemed like they took a step back with the play calling, because so when you run screenplays, you have to block. And say one, you're not blocking, it's not going to be good. And two, say they're reading it. So like say they even did block. There was like five guys already over there to Michigan's three guys. So I mean, even if you did block, it's not going nowhere. They're reading the plays. Why you keep running screenplays? Let them throw the ball downfield. Because the running game in the first half wasn't really getting going. Even in the second half, it didn't really get going. But at the start of the second half, Haynes broke it with a big run to score their first touchdown at the start of the third quarter. But other than that, the running game was kind of, hey, Oklahoma looked tough. I'll give them that. Oklahoma's a good team. Oklahoma's going to be dangerous. And it seems like a lot of SEC teams are going to be dangerous this year. Big Ten, I don't know. It seemed like Big Ten kind of, I don't know, because Oregon seems like they're still good. Ohio State looked pretty good. Who else? I know I'm forgetting someone else. Oh, Penn State seems all right too. So yeah, Big Ten is still up there, but Michigan, like, I don't know. I don't know. Like I said in the previous video of Bryce Underwood that I'll link at the end of the video on screen. Yeah, I don't know. I literally lost my train of thought, so skip this. But yeah, I just didn't understand the play calling. And then you also look at how many chances Michigan had too. Not gonna lie, the Michigan defense always plays good. Just one thing I'll knock on them though is Wink Martindale as a DC is he does a lot of blitzes. And then that's good. That's good, obviously, when you're blitzing. But when you're blitzing and missing the guy, and you're blitzing and not getting to the guy, and then there's guys wide open downfield, that's when it gets messy. So Michigan was just blitzing way too much last night and not getting to them. That costed them some big plays. Yeah, it's just crazy to me. I don't know, but yeah, when you end up blitzing a guy, if you don't get him, then most of the time there's someone open downfield because the guy that should be covering him or the guy that should be helping out or whatever in the secondary is now blitzing. So someone's going to be open if you don't get them. And then that quarterback, man, that quarterback jukey. Like I say, Oklahoma seemed like they a good team this year. I'll give them props. But hey, Michigan could have. Hey, Oklahoma, y'all were giving Michigan a lot of chances. Y'all what? Michigan defense kept on getting 3 and out. So the first drive, Oklahoma ran down and scored, whatever, But all the drives after that were 3 and outs. What happened? Michigan defense got an interception. With the 3 and outs, Michigan got nothing for it because Michigan ended up. So they could have got 3 points off of one of them, but the dude missed the field goal. Not like 3 points mattered anyway. The score was what, 13-24, I think. I mean, 3 points would have mattered. Say they could have scored another touchdown or something, but yeah, Michigan missed the field goal off of all the 3 and outs they were getting. They were giving Oklahoma when the game first started. What was it? They intercepted Oklahoma. They got a pick. They picked off the dude. I don't know the Oklahoma quarterback's name, but they picked him off. Got nothing out of it. Oklahoma had a fumbled punt, so he didn't fumble it. He missed, caught it, and dropped it. Michigan recovered there. I don't think they got anything out of that. They might have actually got 3 points out of that, but it could have been a touchdown. They were right there. And then what else? And I think there was something else in the fourth or third quarter that happened. Oh, and then Oklahoma missed the field goal. So that gave them good field position. Didn't capitalize off that either. So Michigan had so many chances to win. Just, like last year, their offense just couldn't get going. And I'm not blaming it on Bryce Underwood at all. Even though the certain passes that he was throwing were overthrown or high. But just at the start of the game, man, just running nothing but screen plays. Like, you got to let him throw the ball downfield. This ain't Arch Manning. I'll say this. Until the fourth quarter, when he probably realized, oh, shit, I'm about to take my first L as a Wolverine, he looked calm. He didn't look nervous or anything. When you watch, like, let's say Arch Manning, or for example, Arch Manning looks nervous in the pocket. Arch Manning looks unsure in the pocket. Arch Manning doesn't look calm in the pocket. Bryce Underwood looks calm, collective, all that. You just got to call the right play for him, So, Michigan, overall offensively didn't play the best game. Same defensively because they were giving up a lot of big plays, a lot of guys wide open down the field. And like I said, that's from them blitzing and not getting to the guy, not getting to the quarterback. So, I don't know. Like I say, final score was 24-13. I don't know. I just wish because honestly, at the start of halftime, I thought they were going to come out and start playing good. Because like I said, the first play, third quarter, Haynes runs it in for a touchdown. So I thought that would be a momentum shift, but I guess not. And then another thing, man, coming into this game, I think I mentioned the Oklahoma coach a little bit. He a good coach, defensive mind. He has a really good record against rookie QBs in college. I think last night he was 25 and something. Now he's 26 and whatever, so it was kind of given coming into this game. And like I said, it's good for Michigan to play these games early so they could see what they need to work on, because that's really what's going to matter. These small, I'm going to be honest, not to down or diss on small schools, but I mean, small schools, you got to be facts. Small schools just don't have the same amount of talent as these big schools do. So when a big school faces a small school, it should be easy, It's games like last night that Michigan played that really matter. So like, say they lose that game or whatever, all this week, coming up to next Saturday. I'm not sure who they play this upcoming Saturday. I should have checked the schedule before. But during this whole week, it's all going to be, hopefully correction, and then hopefully opening up the playbook more. Because, like I say, man, them screenplays were not working. I feel like that's what kind of set the tone. And I'll say this, man, Oklahoma, man, hey, they must be different in Oklahoma. They were hitting, man. And then normally Michigan's the one laying the hits and doing all that. It was Oklahoma last night. Oh man, thank you, because I know you said bless you, but yeah, it's just crazy to me. Oklahoma came out, man. Oklahoma wanted, hey, they wanted this game. And then I think this is only the second time Oklahoma and Michigan played. First time in the normal season, because I guess they played years back in the playoffs or for some bowl or championship game, I guess. But yeah, this is only their second time meeting, first time in the normal season, so it was pretty good. But yeah, I'll say that it's good prime time game. Just Michigan got stuff to work on. Bryce Underwood, them accurate throws will get more accurate as time goes on. The main thing is he is reading coverages. He's not reading them the best, but he's reading them better than Arch Manning. And Arch Manning, I might be uploading a vid later today on him. Stay tuned. But yeah, honestly, man, shit, it seemed like Bryce is good. Just they need to open the playbook up to him more. But yeah, Oklahoma was just a more physical team, and then I don't know what it was. Michigan started dropping like flies, like two of their. So the one O line dude was out. He was out for the rest of the game. The other O line guy got hurt for like a play, came back in. There were some other guys getting knocked on their ass, waking up dizzy. I'm like, man, Oklahoma, y'all ain't playing. And normally Michigan is the one. Laying the hits like that. So I don't know, Michigan. But like I said, this is a week to improve and to fix on what was bad. But yeah, I'm curious to know y'all's opinions about the game. And then for anyone else who's a Michigan fan, how do y'all feel about Bryce Underwood? I still feel like he's better than anyone they had last season. I just think they need to open up the playbook, which is weird because they opened up the playbook last week. Even though last week they ran the ball a good amount, they couldn't really get the running game going, so they had to really rely on him. And I get it. Maybe they didn't want a rookie QB going out in a game like that, throwing the ball and having them throw interceptions. But like I said, it seemed like he reads coverages good. It seemed like he targets the right guys. Just last night, he was just a little bit off target, and that happens in games, especially your first away game in that atmosphere, So 1-1 Michigan, it's not the end of the world. I do expect them to at least, so I don't see them like going far, winning the chip this year. I mean, they could unless they do some major improvements. But I don't see them going that far to win the chip or anything like that. The most I would like to see is for them to make the college football playoffs. That's the most. Because last year they got a bowl game. So if they're able to get a bowl game last year with the QBs they had, and then this year they have a QB they're paying millions to, $12 million to be exact, and you can't get to at least the college football playoff. I don't know, man. So that's my goal for them this season. Say they at least make it to the playoffs. Cool, I'm fine with that. Say they lose the first round, whatever. But if they get a playoff game, that's my goal for them this season. But yeah, I'm curious what anyone else has to say, or if any of y'all feel the same way I do. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap the vid up. Like I said, if you haven't seen my other vid on Bryce Underwood and Arch Manning, make sure you check that out. And then I might even be double uploading for y'all today. I might drop an Arch Manning vid later. So stay tuned. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe. And I'll see y'all. Peace.